Chicken Ghost, or Chicken Man, is one of the monsters created by Canadian artist Trevor Henderson. This creature is the embodiment of a chicken in the form of a tall, emaciated humanoid. It is considered kind and rarely attacks people but protects chickens and birds with fierce devotion. In appearance, the ghost chicken is a terrifying creature, tall with white skin, bulging red eyes, and a sharp, curved beak. According to legend, it appeared due to excessive consumption of chicken by people or as a result of unsuccessful laboratory experiments, and now wanders through farms, a reminder of the price of human greed. In one of the stories, a farmer named Tom lived on an abandoned farm. He was a cruel man. Every morning, he chopped up dozens of chickens with an axe to fill the refrigerator with them and sell the meat at market. One night, Tom woke up to a burning sensation on his chest, as if from a beak. The next morning, there were even more scratches and blood was flowing, and the chickens looked with red eyes. At midnight, he heard footsteps and saw her, the ghost chicken. She clicked her beak, and the chickens pounced, tearing Tom to pieces. By morning, only bones remained. No one has lived there since then. The Woman on the Bus. This is a fictional creature created by Trevor Henderson. She first appeared as the main antagonist in the first episode of the Mayfair Watchers Society podcast. This is a creepy supernatural creature with a frightening appearance. He stands almost 9 feet tall, has long, unkempt black hair, and his eyes are empty black sockets. The mouth can open unnaturally. A long black dress conceals the body. The monster's appearance is inspired by Japanese folklore. In the Mayfair Watchers Society podcast, the main character Valerie talks about nightmares that recur again and again. In her dreams, everything is connected with buses. She is sometimes late, sometimes lost, and the space around her is distorted. These dreams make her feel anxious and helpless. Valerie shares her experiences with a friend. She admits, a creepy figure always appears in her dreams. The woman on the bus. This is not just an image from a dream. This entity begins to seem more and more real, appearing in the shadows and increasing Valerie's fear. The main rule that Valerie warns about: you can't look her in the face, otherwise she gains power over you. The woman on the bus's motives are unclear, but she appears to be seeking to torment her victims in their dreams, driving them to death. The Pale Lady. This is a creepy female ghost. Reimagined by horror artist Trevor Henderson, she's based on a character from the book Scary Stories, 3 More Tales to Chill Your Bones. Henderson drew her in his signature style, adding a touch of modern urban legend. Appearance. The Pale Lady is a pale woman with a round, full face, long tangled black hair, and completely black, pupilless eyes. She is plump. In Trevor Henderson's drawing, she is depicted as tall, but with a massive body covered in what appears to be a web, standing in a reddish-lit room. Origin. According to lore, the Pale Lady is a Victorian spirit associated with cursed places like old houses and hallways. In the original story, she appears in dreams with the warning, "This is an evil place, run while you can," and then lures a victim in the guise of a Dorset homeowner. Henderson adapted her into his universe of cryptids, haunting abandoned buildings. The Pale Lady's behavior involves trapping victims in labyrinthine corridors or rooms, slowly approaching to build fear. When the victim attempts to flee, she teleports forward, blocking the path. At the climax, she embraces the target, drawing them into her flesh. The body dissolves in her, and the victim disappears forever. In the film Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, 2019, she hunts in a similar manner, leaving behind only echoes of warning. Mr. Mascot. This is an urban legend created by Trevor Henderson. This creepy creature first appeared in 2018. Appearance. Mr. Mascot looks like a giant, furry, blue monster-shaped mask. It has large, asymmetrical, spherical eyes and a gaping, lipless mouth. It stands approximately 9 to 16 feet tall. Origin. According to lore, it was an ordinary person who died inside the mask suit. The cause of death is unknown due to the advanced decomposition of the body. The humidity inside the suit accelerated this process. The body was not found for several days, and then the suit mysteriously came to life. Perhaps a dead person entered into him, or he himself became a biological being that absorbed the corpse. Mr. Mascot is often depicted standing in the middle of a night road, dragging a bloody corpse behind him, presumably a fresh victim. It could be a restless spirit avenging its death, or a cunning monster that lures people with the illusion of a cute masquerade, then attacks or forces them to put on a costume to devour a new host. Siren Head. One of the most famous monsters created by Trevor Henderson, Siren Head stands approximately 40 feet tall, with some descriptions comparing him to a four-story building. Its body is humanoid, but elongated and skeletal, covered in dried, mummified skin. It resembles old wood, helping the monster blend into its surroundings. The most terrifying detail is that instead of a head, he has two enormous sirens. They are rusty and deformed and can rotate and emit frightening sounds. Siren Head can imitate human voices, cries for help conversations, music, and even alarms. It has no eyes but perceives the world through sound and vibrations. It is most often seen in dark places, in forests or abandoned cities, where it easily camouflages itself as trees or poles. Siren Head is a cunning hunter who relies entirely on sound. He emits sirens' radio jammers and even mimics familiar voices to lure his victims into a trap. Usually it stands motionless, blending into its surroundings, and only when its victim gets close enough does it attack, tearing it apart or completely consuming it. In Trevor Henderson's mythos, the Siren Head is considered an ancient creature. Several similar monsters may exist. Treehead is one of Trevor Henderson's most enigmatic and massive monsters. It falls into the giants category. Fan theories suggest it is the ancestor of Siren Head. Appearance: Treehead is estimated to be over 300 meters tall. Its body resembles a desiccated skeleton. The most nightmarish part is a colossal mass of several fused human heads, with long feminine hair that extends into thick, tentacle-like appendages. There are no distinct faces, only dozens of small, glowing white eyes staring in all directions. Abilities: Treehead relies on its size. Its multiple eyes provide a wide field of view, allowing it to spot people from miles away. It moves on all fours. The head's appendages can extend to grab victims. The only account of the encounter describes how, in the distance against the sunset, a dark figure rose to its full height. For a second, it turned its head, and dozens of tiny eyes glittered in the gloom. Then, the giant dropped to all fours and walked away. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe and like it so you don't miss the next video.